Located in Utah, the Canyonlands National Park's most notable feature is its geological formations. In each park district, visitors can see the beautiful effect that the millions of years of erosion have had on the sedimentary rock. It has many other features that build its beautiful landscapes, like biological soil crust, ephemeral pools, and rivers and streams that create riparian habitats. In the 1930s, there was a rise of varied interests in the area. With the peak interest, the United States Geological Survey and National Park Service both conducted surveys of the area. The early proposals for a national park were not popular. Throughout the 1940s to the 1950s, more plans were made for recreational areas, but none were pursued. Opinions began to change in the late 1950s, when Arches National Monument Superintendent Bates Wilson spoke and advocated for a new national park. The idea was for it to capture the view from the Grand View Point at Island in the Sky. Wilson took some government officials on Jeep tours and had long talks over campfires and Dutch oven dinners. This was called the Dutch oven diplomacy. One of the people involved in these tours was Secretary of the Interior Stuart Udall. He ended up returning to Congress and lobbying for the proposed park. The Canyonlands became a national park on September 12, 1964, when President Lyndon B. Johnson signed Public Law 88-560. The Canyonlands form the heart of the high or cold deserts in the Colorado Plateau. The Canyonlands have an arid climate. August is the wettest month in the region due to the weather systems from the southwest bringing brief, intense tropical storms. The area receives more rain than most deserts, getting around 9 inches annually. The winter temperatures frequently drop below freezing. Summertime air and ground temperatures can reach levels that could be lethal for many organisms. After sunset, the ground rapidly loses heat due to the night sky. The ambient temperatures may drop significantly before dawn occurs. This area doesn't have an average temperature because it can fluctuate 40 degrees in just 24 hours. A tiger salamander's habitat varies from meadows, forests, shady canyons, and springs. They are carnivores. Their diets consist of earthworms, large insects, small mice, and amphibians. They spend most of their time underground in burrows. They will come out at night to hunt and mate. Some tiger salamanders retain their gills after maturing and remain aquatic. This can depend on the area. The tiger salamander population is stable for now. The challenge they face is wetlands, specifically vernal pools. They lay their eggs in those pools because they are safe from the fish that prey on them. Different from other salamanders, tiger salamanders will dig their own burrows. The Northern American river otter's habitat can be both marine and freshwater, such as streams, rivers, lakes, ponds, and marshes. They prefer unpolluted water with little human disturbance. Their diet depends on where they are living and what that area has to offer. They have been known to eat crayfish, crabs, frogs, birds, bird eggs, and reptiles such as turtles. They will also eat aquatic plants, making them omnivores, as well as muskrats or rabbits. They spend most of their day in the water or on land traveling. River otters often turn it into a game or make it playful. They will stop their journey momentarily to eat a lot. They have a third eyelid that protects their eyes and allows them to see while swimming. They can dive up to 60 feet. The river otters were heavily hunted in the 19th and 20th centuries, but conservation efforts are helping populations recover. Western screech owls normally live in wooded or semi-open areas such as forest edges, wooded suburbs, canyons, and groves. Their diet consists of smaller mammals and larger insects. Small mammals include mice, voles, pocket gophers, small birds, lizards, snakes, frogs, and fish. Insects include beetles, moths, spiders, scorpions, centipedes, and many more. The screech owl does a good job of keeping smaller animal populations under control. Screech owls' coloring allows them to almost entirely blend in with trees. They also have exceptional eyesight in both the light and dark. The screech owl does not currently have conservation efforts. Despite its name, the screech owl does not screech. They make more of a trilling or a whiny sound. The sacred datura is found growing alongside roads, ditches, and sandy washes. The sacred datura will produce dozens of large, fragrant, white trumpet-shaped flowers. Their seed pods are globe-shaped and very spiny. They split open when ripe to release several semicircular, flattened, yellow-brown seeds. The sacred datura are drought escapers, which means they make use of favorable growing conditions when they exist. It's a drought-tolerant plant once established and thrives in almost any type of soil. The sacred datura is also called a moonflower because the flower opens late in the day. This flower is extremely poisonous. The kingcup is a smaller cactus and it typically grows in rocky crevices and desert grasslands. From around spring till late July, the kingcup cactus will produce flowers. They can also grow fruits. The kingcup is incredibly drought resistant. The spines on the cactus help prevent the plant from losing water. Hummingbirds and bees pollinate the cacti's flowers. The fruit the cactus grows is edible and non-toxic to humans. The mosses of the Canyonlands can be found in exposed rocks, biological soil crusts, riparian areas, and even trees sometimes. The mosses are primary producers that build biomass through photosynthesis. They produce enrichment to the ecosystem with organic matter. The mosses are small, primitive, non-vascular plants. They lack the conductive tissue most plants use to transport water and nutrients. Moisture is absorbed directly into the cells through osmosis. Moss is nature's sponge. They can soak up anything and fast. The most abundant can remain dry for years and will rehydrate in seconds after contact with water. The animals involved in my predator-prey relationship are the desert fox, also known as the fennec fox, and the desert cottontail. A fennec fox can use its abnormally large ears to listen for prey moving around or underneath the sand. The desert cottontail will run in a zigzag pattern to escape predators and can run up to 20 miles per hour. If they happen to be cornered, their hind legs are great for kicking at the predator. Cheatgrass is native to Eurasia and the Mediterranean. The invasive grass can be found anywhere there is soil in the Canyonlands. It was brought over by European settlers in the mid to late 1800s. By outcompeting native organisms, the cheatgrass can alter ecosystems, food chains, and nutrient cycles. It also changes the soil chemistry, fire frequency, and the availability of water, space, nutrients, and light. The Green River Overlook is a must-visit spot. The viewpoint gives the best views of the Green River. The Maze District and the White Rim Road can be seen from here. It is also one of the best places to sit down and watch a sunset. The Island in the Sky Mesa offers many overlooks, each giving a different perspective of the Canyonlands' spectacular landscape. Island in the Sky is the easiest area of the Canyonlands to visit if you're on a time crunch. The White Rim Road runs 100 miles around and below the Island in the Sky, allowing for expansive and more up-close views of the surrounding areas. The Mesa Arch Trail is a popular spot among many, especially photographers. The arch frames views of the canyon far below and the Lhasa Mountains in the distance. Mesa Arch is one of the most photographed arches in the southwest Utah. The area is most popular at sunrise. The Chaffeer Trail at the Island in the Sky District is an iconic road that descends 15,000 feet through a colorful, massive sandstone cliff. The Chaffeer Trail is a challenging, unpaved, backcountry road for those seeking the experience of a lifetime. Grand View Point lies at the southernmost end of the Island of the Sky Drive. From here you can see the corrugated canyons, the White Rim Road, the maze and the needles, and distant mountains. A short sidewalk leads to an amazing viewpoint. From here you can hike an additional mile to a second viewpoint. The Canyonlands National Park offers many fun things for visitors, such as hiking, stargazing, camping, and technical rock climbing. That was my presentation on the Canyonlands National Park. I hope you enjoyed. Mia, signing out.